Assalamualaikum and good evening to the judges and all participants. I am Nur Fadzliana, 4th year undergraduate dental student from Faculty of Dentistry, University Technology Mara, UiTM. I am here to represent study entitled The Potential Effects of Simvastatin as Anticancer, an in-vitro study on human nasopharyngeal carcinoma. So this is the contents of my presentation today, including background, objective of the study, methodology, results, discussion, novelty of the study, conclusion, and also references. I will start off with the background of the study. As by World Health Organization in 2020, nasopharynx cancer ranked the 5th in incidence of cancer in Malaysia with 2,222 new cases. Nasopharyngeal carcinoma also been reported as the most common head and neck cancers in Asian countries with the highest incidence and mortality rate. In our study, simvastatin is used in treatment of nasopharyngeal cancer represented by RPMI 2650 cell line. Simvastatin is a group of statin which is widely used as cholesterol-lowering medication by its mechanism as HMG-CoA reductase. Recently, statin group had shown its potential effect as anti-proliferative and apoptotic effect in several studies on cancer cells. Thus, the objective of this study is to investigate the cytotoxicity effect of simvastatin against human nasopharyngeal carcinoma that is represented by RPMI 2650 cell line. Now, for methodology of this study, RPMI 2650 cell line was used to represent human nasopharyngeal carcinoma. Cell culture was done using this cell line, and these cells will be reseeded into culture well plates for the preparation of the treatment with simvastatin. These cells will be treated with simvastatin in 0.1 mg per ml, 0.4 mg per ml, and 3.0 mg per ml in concentration. And for negative control, no simvastatin is treated to the cells. Then, MTT assay was done for each simvastatin concentration and also negative control in 24, 48, and 72 hours accordingly. Lastly, cell viability calculation and statistical analysis was done for the result of this study. Moving on to the result of this study, we can see that simvastatin statistically decreased the cell viability over the dose range from 0.1 mg per ml to 3.0 mg per ml in 24, 48, and 72 hours. As we can see in negative control, which is no simvastatin treated to the cell, there is 100% of cell viability in 24, 48, and 72 hours. In cells that is treated with 0.1 mg per ml, there is a reduction from 100% of cell viability to 68.56%, 23.66%, and 23.22% in 24, 48, and 72 hours respectively. In cells treated with 0.4 mg per ml, it also showed cell viability reduction from 100% to 70.66%, 23.81%, and 21.84% in 24, 48, and 72 hours respectively. While in 3.0 mg per ml, cells viability reduced the most to 45.31% in 24 hours, 23.51% in 48 hours, and 14.62% in 72 hours. So this figure shows the graph of cell viability result using MTT assay that I had explained before in previous result part. Overall, we can see that the cell viability decreased in every concentration based on the time-dependent manner in which the cell treated with simvastatin. There is also significant difference between cell treated with simvastatin within 24, 48, and 72 hours measured using one-way ANOVA. Next, for statistical analysis, one-way analysis of variance was used in this study. It showed that there is significant difference observed with p-value less than 0.05 of cell viability in a concentration time-dependent manner. Moving on to the discussion part, this study showed that simvastatin decreased cell viability in RPMI 2650 cell line. A study by Ma et al. In 2019, statin-induced inhibitory effects were associated with HMG-CoA reductase, induced apoptosis, and also cell cycle arrest. While another study by Shen et al. In 2015 stated that simvastatin showed marked inhibition of tumor cell proliferation and significant cell cycle arrest at G0 and G1 phase. Thus, this study supported the underlying investigation on anti-proliferative effect of simvastatin on RPMI 2650 cell line. I would like to highlight the novelty of this study. This study of simvastatin on human nasopharyngeal carcinoma had received Gold Award in IIDEX 2019 and Bronze Award in IIDEX 2020. In conclusion, simvastatin treatment on RPMI 2650 cell line is associated with reduction in tumor cell growth and cell death. This study also demonstrates the anti-proliferative effect to RPMI 2650 cell line. Thus, simvastatin may be a promising candidate for therapeutic intervention of nasopharyngeal carcinoma. And lastly, this is the list of the references. That is all from me. Thank you.